Now this story, mining production is said to have increased by 10% year on year in the country. In July, statistician General Risenga Maluleka has released the 2019 report on the mining industry. Well, to help us unpack some key aspects of this report, I'm joined now by mining analyst Mamokgethi Molopyane via Zoom. Mamokgethi, good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday View. When you see a story today that's positive, like production is up by 10%, you say, yeah, a bit of good news in terms of the mining sector. Is it good news? I mean, principally because we are in the middle of a pandemic.
Yes, it is. Good afternoon, Dan. It's absolutely good news because you'd recall that for a year and a half, mining has been completely decimated and negatively affected by the pandemic. So to see that in that report, in the period between 2015 and 2019, mining has done relatively well, and even the latest production figures that came out of statistician yesterday shows that we are slowly improving. So in the past 3 years, it has performed relatively well. Then, of course, in the year of the pandemic, it completely slowed down, but the latest production stats show that there is a bit of recovery that is slowly taking place in the industry, and for an industry as crucial as this in South Africa, this is important.
Yeah, it's a very crucial contributor to our economy and the GDP, of course. Mining is made up of different sectors, you know. You've got your coal mining sector, you've got your gold mining sector, you've got iron mining, you've got platinum, you've got diamond mining. I'm just wondering, if you look at the figures broadly from your analysis, is there a particular sector that has produced some notable results?
Oh, absolutely. The coal sector has performed relatively well in terms of the sales, but also we are seeing that the platinum metals group has also grown, and mostly due to demand in palladium and rhodium. And these are important in the South African context because we produce coal, and even though in the next coming years it's going to be difficult to justify the kind of fuel we're producing from coal, it still remains critical in the mining sector, but also it contributes to employment in the overall employment in the industry. And of course, the platinum metals group are again highlighting how important they are in our industry, because they remain the biggest employer of the different sectors, subsectors in mining. But also, when you look at the contribution per province, which matters, let's say often emphasize that if you want to understand how our economy is doing, look at a provincial performance economically and the sectors that help provinces grow. And we have seen that in the Northwest, mining continue to be critical, and mining continue to be the province's biggest contributor to its economy.
Yeah, but while that is happening, I see in a separate report, Stats SA yesterday releasing that separate report on the number of jobs, showing a slight decline in the total number of jobs in the mining sector up to 2019. Is that a concern? I mean, where you are having now a little bit of a boost, you get a little bit of activity, production is up, and of course mining companies making profits on the back of higher commodity prices. The jobs are declining.
Yes, and it's important to remember that that report is covers the period 2015 to 2019, and it was at the time arguably when the commodities, particularly that group of metals, platinum, was not performing so well. So it's not surprising that employment in that period has decreased significantly. Additionally, you'd also recall that it was at the time when most of the operations in South Africa and globally where mining companies were restructuring their operation and moving towards cost-saving measures and ensuring that they protected themselves against the decline in demand. So it's not surprising that between 2015 and 2019, there was a decline in employment. I would say actually this is surprising. What is surprising is that the numbers are low. We had anticipated that in South Africa, those numbers would be between 30 to 45,000. So arguably, the industry has equally done well to try and save jobs in mining.
Yeah, and hopefully this new improved production going forward might bring some jobs back. Thank you very much, Mamokgethi, for your analysis and insights as usual here on eNCA on the Midday View. That's Mamokgethi Molopyane. She's, of course, a mining analyst. We're looking at the latest stats of production there and employment. Okay.